Good evening, chat, Twitch, and YouTube. If you'll permit me, before we get back to resuming the card pack opening of the Final Fantasy cards in Magic the Gathering Arena with the new expansion to the game that launched yesterday. By the way, all the cards that I bought, they are safe and sound. So because we had a bit of a scare on the VOD yesterday. Got 21 unopened regular packs and the golden packs, so we'll get to that. But before we do, just a quick chat, and actually let me I want to mute the game a second, music wise, so just give me a moment. Right, hi. This stream 1927 on the 11th of June 2025 marks the end of an era. Basically, because I've mentioned it a little bit on VODs, my mum's health's been a bit up and down in recent weeks. She is okay. Hopefully it stays that way. But yeah, we're trying to figure out exactly what's going on still. That's all the detail I'm going to go into on Twitch and YouTube. The people that are closest to me know more via direct messages on Discord and stuff, because of course I have a circle of friends kind of spread out across the globe, and you know that my most trusted inner circle are more clued up on things. And by the way, on behalf of me and Mum, thank you all so much for your support. But yeah, I come to you tonight with a bit of an announcement. I'm kind of throwing out my streaming schedule and stuff. I'll just stream when I can, but the long and the short of it is, because I now have agency care in place, and actually I will have care in place for the rest of my life now. Yeah, I can't do the schedule that I was doing, and in the short term, my evenings are going to be ending very early indeed. Someone will be coming to put me to bed at 8:30 p.m. UK time, British summertime tonight. 8:30. And I'm not going to name and shame the company. I haven't even had a call from them yet. But just to give you a heads up, this particular company, their latest call they would ever start is at 9 p.m. So no matter what, if I stick with these folks, yeah, I would be going to bed an hour earlier than what I have been, with Mum doing my care. And by the way, thank you, Mum, for everything you've done over the years. You know, I really appreciate everything that you've done for me ever throughout my whole life. In fact, if I was to give you the appropriate kind of accolade and gratitude, I would be here all night. And I don't have that much time. And yeah, going forward, I'm probably not going to have that much time. So my streams more and more, as things settle down, I'll probably stream during the daytime and early afternoon more, and then have to leave it at that. I'm not going to lie to you, things are going to be a bit up in the air. I might end up with 3 calls a day, but at the moment I think it's 2, because of course I don't want my mum having to do any of my routine anymore long term. I want carers that I choose to be the ones doing like breakfast, lunch, and dinner. That's kind of the goal that we'll eventually get to. And then, of course, getting me up in the morning and helping me in bed at night. Like, whatever I need, hygiene-wise, care-wise, everything, life-wise, carers will help me do it. But yeah, it's going to be a turbulent few days, weeks, months, however long it takes. And then, so I've got agency care in the short term, organized by my council. Again, not going to say where I am. And then I'm in the process of applying for funding called direct payments that will allow me to then choose the agency that I want to be the client of. And, you know, I'll consider a lot of factors. How late is their last call? What are the reviews like? You know, all kinds of things that, frankly, you guys as my audience of my streams and stuff, you guys don't need to worry about that. But if any of my fellow disabled friends are watching this, they'll understand completely this kind of scenario. And thank you all for your support. But yeah, listen, I'm gonna go back to opening card packs, and then once I'm done, honestly, I can't see me having enough time to play games. But rest assured, as and when, I'll be playing Magic the Gathering with these cards, both on stream and off. But if you'd like to see games streamed, let me know, and I'll try and make it happen on an afternoon at some point in the near future. By the way, all the playthroughs I had going on, Metroid Prime, and you know, all the games I said I wanted to get back to, Blueprints, the Final Fantasy VII remake games, GTA 5 I even started, we got to beat that before 6, all that kind of thing. You know, I'll get to it as and when, but I just can't give people ETAs anymore. Also, evening tech, and I don't know, like if I'm gonna be going to bed at 8:30 at night / 9 p.m, I might need you guys to be available to play earlier, which might not even be possible for a lot of people. So yeah, this could be an end of an era. We'll see, but I'll do my best to be live when you guys are available to play, and we'll just work it all out. But I just wanted to thank you in the first 7.5 minutes of the stream. Thank you for all your support. Thank you for all your understanding. And without further ado, let's get to the card pack opening. But yeah, that's kind of the announcement. No more schedule because, yeah, I'm short on time. And so, without further ado, I want to open the cards that we couldn't open yesterday because the game crashed. Luckily, I haven't missed and I'm out on any of my packs, and as you can see, I didn't open them after the stream. I've been saving it for this moment right here, so I'm probably not going to spend too long looking at all these cards, reading them all out as thoroughly as I did. I mean, maybe a couple of them. Whenever another artifact you control enters, you may draw a card. If you do, discard a card. Cool. Gilgamesh, Master at Arms. Whenever Gilgamesh enters or attacks, look at the top 6 cards of your library. You may put any number of equipment cards among them onto the battlefield. Put the rest at the bottom of your library in any order. When you put one or more equipment onto the battlefield in this way, you may attach one of them to a samurai you control. Nice. Oh wow. Another town. Cool. Let's continue. And Rufus Shimra. Whenever Rufus Shimra attacks, if you don't control a creature named Darkstar, create Darkstar. The legendary white 2/2 white and black dog creature token. Oh, that's cool. That's very cool. Golbez Crystal Collector. Whenever an artifact you control enters Surveil 1, Surveil is when you look at the top card of your library, and you may put it into your graveyard if you want, so that you can get basically through your library quicker, so that you're more likely to draw a card that you actually do want. That I was just explaining Surveil there. At the beginning of your end step, if you control 4 or more artifacts, return target creature card from your graveyard into your hand. Then if you control 8 or more artifacts, each opponent loses life equal to that card's power. Cool. Let's continue. Alright. Talar, Great Sage. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, create a 1/1 colorless hero creature token. If 4 or more mana spells was spent to cast that spell, draw 2 cards. If 8 or more mana was spent to cast that spell, sacrifice Talar. It deals that much damage to each opponent. Okay, cool. Trample. When this creature enters, choose one. Destroy target artifact or enchantment, or draw a card. Oh, nice. A behemoth. Cool. Nice. Got a lot of good cards here. Okay. Summon Fenrir. Search your library for a basic land card, put it into the battlefield, tap, then shuffle. Heaven's Ward Howl. Oh, this is from Final Fantasy XIV. Oh, that's wicked. Awesome. Next time you cast a creature spell this turn, that creature enters with additional 1/1 counter on it. Draw a card if you control the creature with the greatest power or tied to the greatest power. Oh, awesome. Goro, Master of Mimicry. Copy target activated or triggered ability you control X times. You may choose new targets for the copies. This ability can't be copied and X can't be 0. Ah. Okay. Exile this artifact, add water mana. Or blue mana. When you next cast an instant or sorcery spell this turn, copy that spell. You may choose new targets for the copy. Awesome. Okay. Oh, we have enough cards for a certain deck. That's cool. Oh, wow, that's La Habrea from Final Fantasy XIV. Or at least it looks like it. At the beginning of your upkeep, reveal the top card of your library. Put that card into your hand. You may lose life equal to its mana value. Oh, you lose life equal to its mana value. Yeah, there's no may about it. We have another Ultimisia. There we go. Yeah. Counter target spell. That's really cool artwork. I love it. Another Blitz Ball. Not going to complain at that. Let's continue. Summon Titan. Mill 5 cards. Return all land cards from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped. Oh wow. At the end of your turn, another target creature you control gains trample and gets XX, where X is the number of lands you control. That's incredible. And thematically correct as well, given it's Titan. You know what I mean? Overkill. I'll let this Titus. Target creature gets -0, -999 until end of turn. That's the top amount of damage that you could do in Final Fantasy X. White Mage's Staff. Job select. Equipped creature gets +1/+1. Whenever this creature attacks, you gain 1 life. And it's a cleric in addition to other types. So we've had similar cards to this before. Even though it's our first of that one. We got Aerith's Rescue Mission. Another copy of that. Joko Comet. Deals X damage to any target. Create a 2/2 green bird token with whenever land you control enters, that token gets +1/+0 till end of turn. Nice. That's really cool. Again, really cool artwork. Another Syncopate. Saw that yesterday. Alright, 20 more card packs to open. Should be able to get it all done in time. Swallowed by Leviathan. Choose target spells, Surveil 2. Okay, so when it's 2, you can choose to, like, put 1 or 2 in your graveyard. Okay. Then counter the chosen spell unless the controller pays 1 each card in your graveyard. Okay, nice. Oh wow. This is from Final Fantasy 12. Didn't play that one. Death Touch. Whenever a creature you control with Death Touch deals combat damage to a player, that player gets 2 poison counters. That's amazing. Okay. Xeon Yi Galvus. Final Fantasy 14. When this card enters, choose a creature or opponent. Creature an opponent controls. Until the end of turn, creatures other than Galvus and the chosen creature get -2/-2. When the chosen creature leaves the battlefield, transform Galvus to flying. As this creature transforms, choose an opponent. When the chosen player loses the game, you win the game. Well, that's typically how that works, yeah. But they've probably phrased that like that because of, like, you know, there are different formats of Magic where there's more than 2 players. So this would actually be a really good card in that scenario. There's Ice Magic. Dreams of Langua. Surveil, then draw a card, and you can flash it back. That's cool. Alright. Next pack. From father to son, and this is the Regalia car from Final Fantasy 15 in the artwork. Search your library for a vehicle card, reveal it and put it in your hand. If this spell was cast from the graveyard, put that card onto the battlefield instead, and then shuffle. Sweet. And then here's another vehicle, the Adventurer's Airship. When Zidane enters, you gain control of target creature an opponent controls until the end of the turn. Untap it, it gains lifelink and haste until the end of turn. Whenever an opponent gains control of a permanent from you, you create a treasure token. Okay. Nice. By the way, is this artwork Final Fantasy 14? It is. I'm a bard in Final Fantasy 14. That's like my main thing. Equipped creature gets 2/2 and reach. Is a bard in addition to other types. That's great. There's another weapons vendor. Equipped creature gets +3/+0 and is a knight in addition to other types. Chaos Bringer. Equip, pay 3 life, activate only once per turn. Nice. Cool. Onwards. Summon Ifrit. You may discard a card if you do draw a card, and then add red mana. Nice. Another Aerith rescue mission. Sage's Nuthless. Sorry for butchering that. +1/+0. Whenever a creature attacks, untap target attacking creature. The cleric in addition to other types. Cool. When this enchantment enters, destroy up to 1 target creature at the beginning of your end step. If a creature died under your opponent's control this turn, create a treasure token. Then if you control 3 or more treasures, transform this enchantment. Sacrifice another creature or artifact. Zomat gains indestructible until the end of turn. Tap it. Okay. Nice. The Fire Crystal. Red spells cost 1 less to cast. Creature you control have haste. Create a token that's a copy of the target creature you control. Sacrifice it at the beginning of the next end step. Nice. And yeah, like I said, another Aerith's rescue mission. Another Vincent's Limit Break. So yeah, a lot of familiar cards there. Hey Dondi! Get this, Dondi! So I said this at the top of the stream. I'm probably just going to open these packs and then peace out, man. Because my bedtime tonight... in fact, oh wait, you already know. Yeah, 8:30, man. And it might be like that for a while. It could even be earlier than that some nights. I don't know yet. Like, things are going to be... meh, to be honest. But hey, better that than have my family have to do it, right? You know, because again, it's like, yeah, now that this is in place, you can't put the genie back in the bottle. And let's be real, I'm a disabled streamer, and all of my disabled friends all know we all need care every day of our lives. In the short term, things are going to be really bumpy, so I don't know when I can stream. I'm scrapping my schedule, and then hopefully as the days, weeks, months roll on, maybe someday I'll be able to make a new one. But until then, I'll just stream when I can. Thank you for your understanding. Summon Leviathan is a card where you return each creature that isn't a Kraken, Leviathan, Merfolk, Octopus, or Serpent to its owner's hand. And then when it gets onto turn 2 or turn 3, until the end of turn, whenever a Kraken, Leviathan, Merfolk, Octopus, or Serpent attacks, you draw a card. That's cool. Summon Choco-Mog. Stampede. Other creatures you control get +1/+0 until end of turn. Did you see? Yes! Yeah, they look awesome. To which I say, though, only 3 guitars, man? On the wall? Seriously, only 3? Not enough, man. Zach's Fair. Let's read this. So, Zach, Final Fantasy VII character. Zach Fair enters with a +1/+1 counter on it. Sacrifice Zach Fair. Target creature you control gains indestructible until end of turn. A turn, put Zach Fair's counters on that creature and attach an equipment that was attached to Zach Fair to that creature. Sorry, I probably read that really fast and to the point it's confusing. But hey, time is of the essence. Scorpion Sentinel. As long as you control 7 or more lands, this creature gets +3/+0. And I love the artwork of all these Final Fantasy cards, man. Call the Mountain Chocobo. Search your library for a mountain card, reveal it, put it into your hand, and then shuffle. Create a 2/2 bird token with whenever a land you control enters. This token gets +1/+0 until end of turn. That's cool. That's very cool. Yeah, there's some really cool cards in here, man. I'm looking forward to playing this game both on stream and off stream. Sorry, on stream and off stream. Did I say that right? Yeah. I can play this game on my phone, so even when I have to go to bed early, I can play this game off stream on my phone, which is why it's important for me to get all my cards opened, because that's the bit that I specifically want to stream. And then I'll just stream this game when I can. So games will happen in the future, but yeah, at least I can play this off stream as well, which is kind of what I plan to do. Balthia and Fran, reach. Vehicles you control get +1/+1, have vigilance and reach. Whenever a vehicle crewed by Balthia and Fran this turn attacks, if it's the first combat phase of the turn, you may pay 1 mana of any color, 1 red mana, and 1 green mana. If you do this phase, there is an additional combat phase. Wow, that's pretty amazing. That is really amazing. We got another Ice Flan. We got another, like, I believe, yeah, this isn't my first copy of this card. Yeah, so I probably will have read that out before. Yeah, in fact, I'm pretty sure I did. And again, with time being of the essence, I'm not going to read them all. Another Commune with Beavers? I swear that's like the 5th I had. You only have 3 war mounts. Ah, so you need more war mounts. That's cool though, Dundee. And again, thank you for being here. This stream is going to be very short. And again, because I'm time limited, I'm probably not even going to risk trying to play a game of Magic, because some of them can be quick, some of them can be long. I'm against the clock and I like talking a lot. So I'm just going to open these card packs on stream and say sayonara. I'll stream when I can. Battle at the big bridge. Destroy target creature if it has mana value of 2 or less. Destroy that creature if it has a mana value of 4 or less. Instead, if it's a permanent left on the battlefield under your control this turn. Cool. Love the artwork. Poison the waters. Choose one. All creatures get -1/-1 till the end of turn. Target player reveals their hand. You choose an artifact or creature card from it. That player discards that card. That's amazing. That's actually a really cool card. Really fucking cool. Dragoon's Wyvern. Flying. When this creature enters, create a 1/1 colorless hero creature token. So you kind of get 2 creatures for 1 in play. That's cool. Alright. We're getting through it, guys. We're getting through it. Earth Crystal. What Final Fantasy are you from? Oh, 4. That's why I don't really know you. Oh, cool. Check this out. From Final Fantasy 12. Okay, I didn't play that one. For a second, I thought you looked like lightning. Oops. Whenever Ashe attacks, look at the top 5 cards of your library. You may reveal an artifact from it among them. Put it into your hand. Put the rest at the bottom of your library in a random order. Nice. Another Squall Lionheart card. That's not the first copy of this that I have. Look at the artwork on this, Dondi. This is beautiful. And it has First Strike, Vigilance, and Lifelink. And the descriptions of those mechanics are in bigger text right over there. But because I've read this card before on yesterday's stream, not going to read it again. But what a great card, huh? With really, really great art. Another copy of Laughing Mad. Cool, cool, cool. Alright. Let's see. Battle menu. Choose one. Oh wow, it's literally like the old school Final Fantasies where you literally choose stuff from the menu. Attack. Create a 2/2 White Knight creature token. Ability. A target creature gets +0/+4 until end of turn, so you can basically give it more health. And then magic, destroy target creature with a power of 4 or greater. So, okay. So, rather than say health, I should have said the word power. And then item, you gain 4 life. Yeah. Yeah, life. Yeah, because life refers to your life as a player, rather than any of that of your creatures. Hope from Final Fantasy 13, lifelink. At the beginning of your end step, where each opponent mills X cards, where X is the amount of life you gained this turn. Oh, wow. Okay. That's awesome. Another warrior sword. Another blitz ball. Another demon wall. Cool, cool, cool. For the first time, I have finally gotten to the last couple of missions in Cyberpunk pre-DLC. Doing side content before I commit to the finish. I actually was singing that into the tune of an actual song. That was kind of... If you know the song, then cool. I'll give you a clue. Rod Stewart sang it. Although I don't know whether it was a cover or not, or whether it was one of his originals. There's another Sin card, so that's pretty awesome. We've read it before, so I'm not going to read it again. Same for Ice Magic. Same for Tonberry. And same for Ice Flan. Let's just keep moving. Give us an encore. No. But thanks. Rihanna. from Final Fantasy VIII. Again, I've not played 8, but hey, you'll probably know Riona. When Riona Heart Lily enters, create Angelo a legendary 1/1 green and white dog creature token. Angelo cannon. When Riona attacks another target creature you control, gain +1/+1 till end of turn for each creature you control. That's pretty amazing. And Angelo looks pretty cool too. Oh, there's Dragon Lance. We got to read this. Also, I've had Iron Giant before. This card's pretty amazing with its combination of abilities. But yeah, job select. Equipped creature gets +1/+0 and is a knight in addition to other types. During your turn, equipped creature has flying. Well, that makes sense for a Dragoon, right? That makes a lot of sense for a Dragoon. Vincent's Limit Break we've seen before. And we got a mythic wild card, so we can craft any mythic card that I want. And we've got over a quarter of the cards in this expansion with 10 more card packs to open. This was 57 card packs, okay? I did actually pay money to pre-order this expansion. And yeah, so with 57 card packs, we have over 25% of the whole expansion, which is nice. Okay, so the Wandering Minstrel. Lands you control enter untapped. Oh, that's awesome. At the beginning of combat on your turn, if you control 5 or more towns, create a 2/2 elemental creature token that's all colors. And if you pay 3 mana of any color, 1 white, 1 blue, 1 black, 1 red, 1 green, other creatures you control get X+X at the end of turn, where X is the number of towns you control. That's crazy. That is a very expensive ability, but hey, if you've got loads of other lands in play, you might be able to pull it off. Clash the icons, choose one. Okay, I think we've seen that one before. Sephiroth's Intervention we've seen before, but Dondi, look at that freaking artwork, man. By Joshua Raphael. We have also had Square Enix staff members do artwork as well, like Akino Yoshida doing the Shadowbringers one. Instant, this spell can't be counted. Counter target non-creature spell. So basically, opponent tries to do something, and this is a really cool looking card saying, "Oh no, you don't." It's freaking awesome, man. I'm really excited to both off stream and on play Magic: The Gathering Arena again, which is free to play, by the way. Specifically because of this Final Fantasy expansion. Like, they've literally merged 2 of my favorite things here, Magic and Final Fantasy. And yeah, I like it. As long as you control 7 or more lands, which is quite common for green decks, this creature gets +2/+2. Nice. We got a Kuril here. Again, we've seen those before on yesterday's stream. It is awesome. And the thing is, this expansion isn't just digital only, like it's in the actual real life paper Magic, as they call it as well. So you can buy these cards in real life too. Although they'll be pricey, I would imagine. Cerseal Dark Knight, Death Touch, Darkness. When Cerseal deals damage, you lose that much life. Then if your life total is less than or equal to half your starting life total, untap Cecile and transform it. And then they have Life Link. Whenever Cecile attacks, other attacking creatures gain indestructible until end of turn. Wow. Okay. This is pretty amazing. Another Dragoon's Wyvern. Vane's Treachery, Kicker. Oh, hang on a second. Target creature gets -2/-2 until end of turn. If this spell was kicked, that creature gets -6/-6. And in order to activate the kicker, you have to sacrifice an artifact or a creature. So yeah, I didn't do it last time we had a kicker card, but yeah, that's the better way to read cards with kickers, is do the bit underneath first, and then read the effect of the kicker. It makes a bit more sense that way. We have another combat tutorial, another overkill. We got another Imperial City of Archidus. Sorry if I said that wrong, but hey, it's a Final Fantasy 12 place. Right, we gotta carry on. To be fair, this stream is going to be very short. Maybe I will be able to squeeze in a game, but I don't know. Astrologian's Plane Spear. Job select. This creature is a wizard in addition to other types. It has... Oh, and it has whenever you cast a non-creature spell, and whenever you draw your third card each turn, put a 1/1 counter on this creature. Alright. We got another Reno and Rude. We got Right Aura Sight. When this artifact enters, exile target non-land permanent opponent controls until this artifact leaves the battlefield. Nice. Got Monk Fist. A quick creature gets +1/+0 and is a monk in addition to other types. So yeah, there's a lot of like similar cards, you know. Crossroads Village, pretty sure that I've had that before. We had a notification that I can craft a certain deck now, thanks to that card pack. Another Clash of the Icons, another Moogle, another Marlborough, another Final Days. Adventure is in. When this land enters, you gain 2 life. And I believe we can add a... I think that means we can add a colorless card. If you tap it. Or maybe it means a mana of any color. I actually forget. I think it means a mana of any color. Goldbear's Crystal Collector. Whenever an artifact you control enters Surveil 1, at the beginning of your end step, if you control 4 or more artifacts, return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. Then if you control 8 or more artifacts, each opponent loses life equal to that card's power. Wow. Cool. Right. We don't have a lot of time. Oh, it's our last standard card pack. Let's freaking go. Oh, another Prompto Argentum card there. We've had that before. There's the Ariman. There's the Iron Giant. Yeah, a lot of these are copies. Another Dion. We've had that before. We read that yesterday. This is Final Fantasy 16 character. It's the dominant of Bahamut. And Final Fantasy 16 is now on Xbox. Oh, this is new. This is our first copy of this. Crystal's Chosen. Create 4 1/1 colorless hero creature tokens. Put a 1/1 counter on each creature you control. Very nice, very nice. Wow, this artwork is from Final Fantasy 3. Wow. Okay, the golden packs. Hey, Switch Boy. I'm just gonna repeat myself a little bit, man. Listen, my Twitch schedule for the foreseeable future is I'm just scrapping it, dude, because I have care in place now, meaning family don't have to do my personal routine, which is the good news. The bad news is tonight I'm getting in bed at 8:30. And the company helping me, which I'm not going to name and shame, I'm sure they're great, but the latest call they would ever do starts at 9 PM just 30 minutes later. So, I'm very glad I own a Switch 2, because I'm just going to play it portably. And then, in the long term, guys, I'm hopefully going through the process of getting funding that I can then use to choose the care agency that I want doing my care routines. And I'm basically going to look for one that can give me a evening call as late as possible, while also being adequate for what my actual needs are. So this is not anything for you to worry about, it's for me to worry about. But the long and the short of it means is that my streams are going to be a bit all over the place. And I don't want to promise one in a schedule and then not deliver on that promise. So, yeah. So in terms of how I am, dude, it's like I'm stressed and annoyed, but hey, life. Playing Halo Infinite and getting destroyed. Well, as long as you're having fun, man, that's what I care about. Right, we're gonna open these 5 golden card packs, and then I'm probably gonna make a deck using the untap.gg add-on that's right over here. And then we're probably gonna call it a stream, to be honest. But let's see what we have here. Oh wow, we get to unflip them all. Valley Rock Caller. Menace whenever this creature attacks. Menace, by the way, means that in order to block this creature's attack, the opponent needs to use 2 creatures to block the damage, not just 1. Whenever this creature attacks, each opponent loses X life, and you gain X life, where X is the number of other squirrels, bats, and lizards and rats you control. That's amazing. Burnout Bastronaut. Menace. Start your engines. This creature gets +1/+0 until the end of turn. Max speed. This creature has double strike. Wow. Summon Bahamut. Destroy a target non-land permanent. For turn 1, turn 2. Turn 3, draw 2 cards. Turn 4, Mega Flare. This creature deals damage equal to the total mana value of other permanents you control to each opponent. Amazing, amazing. A 9/9 flying. That's crazy. Brass's Bounty. For each land you control, create a creature token. That's awesome. Another Zanarkand. We've had that before. That's from Final Fantasy X. Summon Knights of Round 6. That's not our only copy of that we've had, so we've read that before. And actually now we can, you see this pop up over here? It's telling me it's going to show me, if I clicked that, it would show me a deck list based around that card. But yeah, we're just going to hit continue and open the other 4 golden packs. Alright. We got Moogle's Valor. Not our first copy of this, I don't think. For each creature you control, create a 1/2 Moogle creature token with lifelink. Then the creatures you control gain indestructible till end of turn. And oh, this is our first copy of Ultima from Final Fantasy 16. Flying. Whenever Ultima attacks, put a blight counter on a target land. For as long as that land has a blight counter on it, it loses all land types and abilities and has tap it to add a... I need to check what that means. Whenever you tap a land for that, add an additional... Yeah, I think it's like add a colorless mana. Or a mana of any color, but I need to double check. So I don't actually quite know how to interpret that card, and for that I apologize. But yeah. Fire Crystal, Wicked. This is our first copy of this. Lerma, Bellow of the Woods. Vigilance and Reach. Lerma's power and toughness is equal to the number of lands you control. When Lerma enters, mill 4 cards and then return all lands from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped. Oh, that's amazing. So yeah, this creature could end up like being really strong. And it's got reach as well, so it'll hit flying creatures.
I'm gonna smoke the competition.
Chandra, Spark Hunter, legendary planeswalker Chandra. You're not from the Final Fantasy set. At the beginning of the combat in your turn, choose up to 1 target vehicle you control. At the end of the turn, it becomes an artifact creature and gains haste. And then here's the abilities of the Planeswalker. You get +2 points. You may sacrifice a artifact or discard a card. If you do, draw one card. And this one costs no points. Create a 3/2 colorless vehicle or artifact token. Or this one's -7. You get an emblem with whenever an artifact you control enters, this emblem deals 3 damage to any target. So you can see that the power, like, you see the 4 on Chandra there? Basically, if that goes to 0, the Planeswalker is defeated, removed from the game, sent to the graveyard. But the top ability would take the health from 4 to 6. And then again, it would take it from 6 to 8. And then on the third turn, you could spend 7, taking the health all the way down to 1, but allowing you to trigger the bottom ability. And again, you can actually do the +2 thing once per turn. So yeah, you know, Chandra could have 20 or whatever, you know what I mean? But most people would do +2, then -7, and then +2 again, and that kind of thing. Oil Deep, Gear Hulk, Lifelink, and Ward. Ward means whenever a permanent with Ward becomes the target of a spell or ability, counter it unless that player pays the Ward cost. And the Ward cost is 1, so the opponent would only have to pay 1 mana to allow their spell to go through. But anyway, when this creature enters, look at the player's target player's hand. You may choose a card from it. If you do, that player discards that card and then draws a card. Nice. Cool. Next pack, right? And let's see. We're gonna do the goldeny ones first. Kidnap. Enchant creature. When this aura enters, tap enchanted creature. If the gift wasn't promised, put 3 stun counters on it. You control an enchanted creature. Gift a card. You may promise an opponent a gift as you cast a spell. If you do, they draw a card before its other effects. Okay. Ashroot, Animist, Trample. Whenever this creature attacks, I've got an itchy nose. Another target creature you control gains Trample and gets +X/+X at the end of turn, where X is this creature's power. So it's a 4/4 to start with. So yeah, X would be 4. Summon Burnhilder. Chain. Exile the top card of your library. During any turn you put a lore counter on this saga, you may play that card. And then turn 2 and 3, Assault mode. When your next cast a creature, spell this turn, gains haste until the end of turn. Nice. Come back wrong. This is not a Final Fantasy card, so I'm not going to bother reading it. This one is, though. It's another Cecil. This one is not a Final Fantasy one. You could tell by this symbol here, the star thing. Whereas if it very clearly has Final Fantasy FF text, we know it's a Final Fantasy thing. In fact, I accidentally read some of the other cards that were not Final Fantasy stuff. But hey, they seemed interesting anyway. Alright. It's weird that they aren't all guaranteed to be Final Fantasy expansion cards. But yeah. Okay, I've got like 38 minutes, so you know what? I'm reading it if it's a Final Fantasy thing. I will show you them all. Oh, this one seems interesting. Flying, Death Touch, and Lifelink. Renew. Exile this card from your graveyard. Put a flying counter, a Death Touch counter, and a Lifelink counter on target creature. Activate as a sorcery. Wow. We've had one of those before. 9 Lives Familiar. Not a Final Fantasy card. Okay, this one's new though. Target opponent mills half their library rounded down. Oh my god, that's amazing. Might have to put that in a deck somewhere. This spell can't be countered flying. You have protection from each of your opponents. What? You can't be dealt damage, enchanted, or targeted by anything controlled by your opponents. Okay, so basically I play this creature card and then they would have to kill that before they could damage me as a player. That's amazing. I want more copies of this. Or I could use my wild cards to craft it, to be fair. Bless me. And this is why my nose is itchy. It's like I'm feeling like it's just irritable. Okay. That is not a Final Fantasy card. This one is another Erdin the Usurper. We read that one yesterday, so if you don't mind clicking on. That's not a Final Fantasy card, but it looks amazing. Flying, lifelink, and ward. Sacrifice 3 non-land permanents. The card you didn't control would be put into the opponent's graveyard from anywhere. Exile it instead. During your turn, you may play cards exiled with Valgavoth. Valgavoth. If you cast the spell this way, pay life equal to the mana value rather than pay its mana cost. Okay. That's pretty awesome. I love the artwork as well. Antonio Jose Manzendo. There we go. First Strike and Trample. Not a Final Fantasy card though, but very cool. Okay, legendary creature, Cat Druid. Ishtola Raoul. At the beginning of your end step, exile target creature you control, then return it to the battlefield under owner's control. Then, if it's the first end step of the turn, there is an additional end step after this step. Okay. Of course, Ishtola from Final Fantasy XIV, a very cool character. Oh wow! There are over 4 decks using this card on Untap.gg's website. Oh, there we go. We finally did it. That was it. Okay. So before I end, and I'm ending very soon, and I'm really sorry about that. Right? We are going to go to my untap.gg profile. Okay? And then, when we're there, here's what we do. We go... view full collection. Okay. View craftable decks. Okay. And I want to, compare standard meta decks. So craftable and playable. Yeah, craftable and playable. Am I able to, like... Like, am I able to make one that's, like, exclusively... Hold on. Yeah, no, I want a high win rate. And also a relatively high number of matches. You know what, let's go with this one. This 510. Do we have Final Fantasy cards in here? See, I'm not... Yeah, like this has just got... Oh, do we have any Final Fantasy cards in here? See, because... Oh, wait, yes, we... Well, yeah, basic land, but... See, I could just try making one myself, I guess, but... Yeah, the reason why we're seeing cards that aren't Final Fantasy is because there are multiple expansions, recent expansions that are still in the standard meta, you know, that are still allowed to be used. So we're just seeing some of the most popular decks of users of this website, untapped.gg, that have, you know, got a high win rate and a lot of matches. And to be fair, I do like red decks, so I think what I might do is make this one and then just leave it at that. So let's copy that to the game. And then when we go back to the game and we go decks, this is really awesome. Look, you can go import down here. I should have checked what it was called. Oh, imported deck. I think it'd be this one. What are you even called? Do you not have a name? You don't have a name? Why do you not have a name? I guess we'll give it a name. FF Meta Red. Just do that for now. And then, because we don't have all the cards made, let's make it. Oh yeah, look, there is... Wait. Are there any Final Fantasy cards in here? I don't actually think there are. Well, we've made it. I want to find a Final Fantasy deck. Right? So, like, let's... Where's my meta red thing? I'm gonna unfavorite you. Whoops. Whoops. No, 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 no. Gonna unfavorite you. Unfavorite you. There we go. Unfavorite you for now. Yeah. There's that meta red thing we just made. But yeah, like, come on. I might have to do some great googly moogling to find some actual Final Fantasy decks. Yeah, or hit up my buddy Mr. VF or something. But I reckon in terms of me in this stream, maybe that'd be the best place to leave it. So, yeah, listen, I want to thank all of you for everything and all your support. And indeed, I'm not done streaming. This isn't the end, of course, but things are going to be like really up in the air in terms of when I can stream, especially in the short term when I can't choose when I go to bed. And that really sucks. But hey, this is part of why I wanted a Switch 2, because I knew this was going to happen someday. And here we are. So, but as far as I'm concerned, my mum has helped me with my morning and evening routine for the last time in her life already. Don't want her to have to do it anymore. You know, I need to ease the burden, even though she's never described me as one, of course. But like, yeah, I don't want her to have to do it, worry about it, and the same goes for all my family. So, with that in mind, I have 25 minutes before this carer arrives, and I'm gonna need to use all my wordy words to explain how I want things done. It's gonna be a bit crazy, but here we are. It's my life. But yeah, thank you everybody for your support, understanding. Please understand this. I will stream when I can, but not if I'm not certain I can. And actually in recent weeks, there's been a lot of uncertainty. So bear with me. To any of the subscribers that are currently subscribing, feel free to unsub if you want. On the Twitch side, and for anyone watching this on YouTube, consider a sub because it's free, and of course you can watch all the streams I've ever done. And again, I will continue to stream as and when I can. But thank you for this watching this card opening of the Final Fantasy cards over tonight's stream and last night's. Even though that's all I did in these streams, I hope you still enjoyed it. Yeah. Hopefully see you all soon, and I get to continue my playthrough soon, and that we get to enjoy more games together soon. Bear with me. I'll do it as soon as I can. But yeah, take care of yourselves and each other. Thank you for all your love and support and understanding. Good night.